Oh, damn. It is that time again for Tyler to talk about baseball for his segment. And we're going to hear about the oh, damn moments of the week. Right, Tyler?
Eric, don't sound so excited. Okay, calm down. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. Just baseball. So first oh damn moment. We talked about Albert Pujols being cut by the Angels last week. He found a new home right up the 5 freeway with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He made his debut tonight. He actually had his first RBI single already ready with the Dodgers. So he's wearing number 55. Big move by the Dodgers. I think it surprised a lot of people. I don't think the Dodgers were a team that a lot of people thought. James, we were talking about this last week. We did not mention the Dodgers a single time. So a little bit of a surprise. For me, it kind of makes sense for the Dodgers. It's like, cool, another great bat. For Albert Pujols, I thought it was a little bit of an interesting move for him. But James, what do you think of that, and why do you think Pujols decided to join the Dodgers?
I think the reason why he decided to sign there is super simple and super easy, and that's he wants to win a ring. Like, I mean, the Dodgers give him the best chance to do that. That being said, I don't know why he decided to sign there if his main complaint was playing time. He got released from the Angels after an argument because he wasn't getting enough time, because they didn't want to play. They didn't want him at first every third day. But he goes to the Dodgers, who have some depth at first with Max Muncy and Cody Bellinger when he comes back. And there's no DH spot in the NL. So when is he really going to play when Corey Seager comes back? Is Corey Seager out right now? He's the one that broke sand?
Yep.
Yeah, when Corey Seager comes back and Max Muncy moves back to first, is Albert Pujols really going to play other than a pinch hitter role against lefties late in the game? I don't think he's going to play all that much. So I don't know why he decided to sign there if he wanted to play. I mean, I get it. If you want to win, yeah, man, go join the Dodgers and try your best to win, or join the Padres. He had his choice right there. Honestly, I'm confused. But on the flip side, it's going to help the Dodgers out tremendously more than just another bat. I think he brings some extremely good leadership skills, a great locker room presence, and can help batters as a whole. I think I've seen it recently. I don't know if you guys have, but the Angels, since Albert Pujols left, the Angels were like one of the best offensive teams in the American League. Since then, not so much. Since Albert Pujols left, and this is a very interesting fact, Mike Trout has gone 4 for 33. Mike Trout started out a 400-plus batting average before Albert Pujols left. Albert Pujols left, and he's a little bit over 300 right now. Like, his batting average has dropped tremendously since his mentor is gone. And I think that mentorship is going to translate pretty well for your Dodgers team. And good job for you guys. But I mean, in conclusion, it's like nobody's going to give him a full-time job anywhere in the MLB. So if you're going to sit the bench, might as well sit the bench on a winning team.
Yeah, I was more surprised for Pujols, and I was watching his interview today. And the reporters kind of asked that same question. He's like, we thought you wanted more playing time. So what was your reasoning for joining the Dodgers? And clearly they have as you mentioned, very, very good first baseman already, and no DH. So you're playing first base sometimes, not all the time. Pujols, I guess, kind of refuted those reports that he wanted to play more, that he had an argument about more playing time with the Angels. Again, he said, she said. Who knows what really happened there? But either way, he's with the Dodgers. I think it might have been also kind of a family decision. I think, his base being in LA. I don't know if he wanted to uproot everything and move to a completely different city. Moving, 30 minutes north, I think is a little bit easier. But who knows? I'm excited to have him. As I mentioned, he already has an RBI hit with us. I think he's going to be a great addition. We could always use better power against lefties. Lefties is one of our Achilles heel. So having a guy that can hit lefties well is going to be good for us. So we'll see how we'll see how he does. But I'm pumped to have him on the Dodgers. I think it'll be very, very, very cool. Moving on to my second oh damn moment. The Minnesota Twins are in a tailspin right now. They are not doing very well. They are last in the AL Central, which is impressively awful because the Detroit Tigers are in that division. They have the worst record in baseball. Some of us, I believe, picked them to win the division. Most of us picked them to at least make the postseason. We're standing here. We're approaching the end of May. Traden, is it panic time in Minnesota? And are their postseason hopes gone already, or do you think they can turn this around?
Oh yeah, they're fucked. That's it. There's nothing. They just let up 16 runs this game. And
16?
they needed that fucking game. Like, dude,
16,
like they're so beyond fucked. It's not even funny. I mean, like, let's be real. Like, okay, here we go. Let's look at some stats, shall we? The pitching has been so bad. Like, it's been so bad. They have they have a team ERA of 4.63, which is like, but let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of this. They have Matt Shoemaker, who is a starter. He has a 6.62. Why don't you make some shoes and get the fuck out of baseball? Because you suck. You got Brandon Waddle. He has 11.25 in 4 games. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The guys in the bullpen are absolutely atrocious. The starting pitchers aren't that much better either. And by the way, they're 0 for 7 in extra inning contests. So if you look at their run differential, they probably should have a better record, like closer to the Angels, but they can't win in extra innings. And then they're letting up 16 runs in a game that they need to kind of like figure it out to turn it around. Yeah, before today's game, they had like a 2% chance of making the postseason. I think it's a fucking -7 at this point. They're absolute trash. They should be relegated. Get the fuck out.
Damn. Yeah, I agree with you. Not that passionately, but I do agree. I think it definitely is panic time Minnesota. I mean, listen, this American League, there are a lot of good teams that can potentially make it. This is a wide open field, and if you're not in it by now, it's going to be hard for you to kind of come back. Because I mean, there's probably 3 teams in each division that are playoff hopefuls. So if you're not one of those 3 teams, it's going to be tough. And as you mentioned, their pitching is atrociously bad. They got like 2 or 3 good, or like 1 or 2 good starters, and after that, they really don't have anything.
Oh, but wait, it gets better. After they play the White Sox 2 more times, which they'll probably get throttled. They'll play the Angels twice. That's a couple wins probably. I mean, let's be real. But after that, they got the Indians, who are playing decent baseball. They got the Royals and the Orioles back to back, who are just like okay, that's kind of your chance, maybe. But then you go back and you play the Astros, you play the Yankees. I mean, you're so screwed, beyond screwed. It's just so funny how beyond screwed they are.
Yeah, I think a big thing too is, a lot of us did not expect the Indians to be as good as they are. Except for you. You got this thing about, these teams that no one expects to be good and then are doing well.
Okay. Hold on. Time out. Before I don't wait. Are we talking about the Giants yet?
Not yet, but I'll.
Okay, we're getting there. Shit, I want to talk about that and shove it up
next week. Maybe next week. But I believe you picked the Indians for a wild card spot. I can't remember, but I know you picked them to finish pretty high in the division. And they're playing very well. They're playing a lot better. So for me, it's now or never, Twins fans. If you're not going on a run yesterday, it's going to be hard to make the postseason. So yeah, definitely panic time in Minnesota. Not really sure what happened. I think a lot of their pitchers that are doing poor should not be pitching as bad as they are. Kenta Maeda for me is the biggest one. He finished 3rd in AL Cy Young last year. Looks awful.
You know what even makes this segment better is the fact that, you tell me if they're in panic mode during a game like they play today and then they give up 16 runs. That's fucking
perfect
amazing.
Timing.
That is the best team in baseball right now, though. The White Sox are the best team.
No, that's
as of
fair.
right now.
That's absolutely fair, but it doesn't matter. You got to fucking win games. They've lost like 5 in a row right now against the Athletics and the White Sox. Yes, they're the 2 best teams in the league. I get that, but come on.
And then, like I said, it's not like we're talking, they're like a 500 club and they're only, 5 or 6 games back in the division.
No,
their worst record in baseball. There's no team worse than the Minnesota Twins right now, who a lot of people picked not just to make the playoffs, but to win the AL Central. So,
guys, the Pirates are better than the
Twins. That's the Tigers are.
Remember I shit on them
half a game, but still, it's crazy.
Why do I pick the teams that just are terrible? I don't get it.
Who knows? All right, my third oh damn moment. This is a little bit of a fun one. This is my one screen share I got for you guys. A fan made a pretty incredible catch of an Aaron Judge home run. This happened in Sunday's game against the Baltimore Orioles. They were playing in Baltimore. Classic Aaron Judge mass shot here, deep into left center field. And if you watch closely, If I pause it, if I can point him out, this kid right here in the red shirt.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I missed that.
yeah.
I had
No idea what just happened.
Hard to tell. Look at it again.
Oh, clearly.
Here we go. Boom. Pretty incredible catch there. Unfortunately, there's not a slow-mo of the guy, so it's not the best video. But basically, he made the catch no look over his shoulder. Obviously wearing the glove, he gets the high fives. So I think it's always fun with baseball games to see fans make pretty awesome catches like that. So there's kind of two debates going to baseball games in terms of fans and catching home run balls, right? The first one being, are you pro or con bringing your glove to the game? So Eric, I want to ask you, are you a guy that likes to see, grown men using a glove, catching a baseball like normal? Or are you one of those guys that'd be like, no, just use your hands. Don't bring your glove. Like that's cheating. Like kind of what's your take on that part?
I think it's cool for the, more than average baseball fan. I think like if I was a kid, when I was a kid, I for sure brought a glove to a game before. But I'm not against grown men bringing baseball gloves to baseball games. I don't think I would because I don't have one anymore. But
if I gave you one, would you use it?
Yeah. Are you? Yeah, I would.
Buy one for like $10 at Dick's Sporting Goods, dude.
Yeah, play it again.
Just use your beer cup, man.
Yeah,
that works just as well.
Yeah.
Drink all the beer first, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Or spill it on trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you first described this to me too, I thought it was like the kid caught it to like make it a home run, but it was way out.
Yeah, no, it was crushed. Aaron Judge crushed ball.
Yeah.
I personally think I don't have a problem with grown men bringing their glove to a game. I think it's just smart. The point is as a fan is to catch the ball, right? If you get one hit at you, the glove increases your chance of doing that clearly. And a glove does make it easier, but it's still not exactly easy, especially when guys are hitting 110 miles an hour right at you. And you have to, dodge other fans and try and get through it. So it's not easy to catch a ball. A glove helps out. I don't see any problem with it. Obviously it's cooler if you can do a one-handed grab with your bare hand. That's pretty cool. And that has happened several times. But for me personally, if you want to bring a glove, do it. I think it's great. Second one is, if you're at a game, you're cheering on your home team, whoever that is. If the opposing team hits a home run and you catch that ball, the tradition is if the opposing team hits a home run, you throw the ball back on the field because you don't want it because it wasn't your team that hit it. Eric, if you caught a home run ball from opposing team, you're at an Angels game, right? And someone hits a home run, you catch it. Are you keeping that ball or are you throwing it back?
I didn't know that's actually tradition, but if the player, it's like a legendary player that's not a dick, I'll give the ball to like a little kid sitting nearby or something. If it's any other player that seems to be a piece of shit, then I'll just try to throw the ball back at him when he's rounding the closest base.
At him?
That has happened.
Just right at him, just super accurately with all of my baseball skills and knowledge, just right at him. But yeah, I didn't know that was tradition. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that actually happened once at Fenway Park. I believe it was Aaron Judge, maybe it was Stanton. That was one of those guys hit a home run at Fenway Park, and the fan threw it and actually hit Stanton on his way rounding second base. Incredible throw. And I believe Stanton turned around and was like, "Nice throw." Like that was pretty legit. Absolute cannon. But yeah, I agree with you. I think you keep the ball, or you, like you said, or you give it to a kid. I think it's foolish to throw the ball back. I understand it from a fan perspective. You're upset in the moment. I think depending, like you said, who it was, and the time of the game, maybe you're just so enraged of what happened, you throw it back. Sure, I guess I can understand that. But man, how many times are you going to catch a home run ball? I've never done it. It's one of my dreams to catch a home run ball at a Major League Baseball game. I don't care who hits it. I'm gonna soak in that moment. I'm not throwing.
All right. Okay. I got one for you.
Yeah.
Game 7 of the World Series. You lose off a walk-off and you end up catching that home run ball. You're going to keep that ball?
Yeah, because I could sell it to whoever hit it and I get a lot of money.
Fair.
How much are we talking?
People pay a lot of if it's a ball like that was a really iconic moment. I mean, you're looking at thousands, hundred thousands of dollars potentially in your pocket. So
I like that.
Keep it, make some money. It's not going to
like hundreds of thousands of dollars in my pocket.
Right?
But how do you prove though? How do you prove it?
You're on video. What are you talking about?
Okay, I could just go to the store and get a fucking baseball and say, hey, I can switch it out.
They have authenticators.
Yeah, they'll know.
All right.
The Google, okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's like a diamond thing.
Hey, that's fair. That's a fair answer.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to my last oh damn moment. The Oakland A's are in a little bit of a sticky situation with their city. They've been trying to get a new stadium in Oakland. I don't know if any of you guys have been to that stadium, but it's very old. It's probably the stadium in all of American sports that needs the upgrade the most. It's old. It's run down. The Oakland A's have been playing in Oakland since 1968. I'm not sure when the stadium was built, but it was probably around that time.
1968.
Yeah, probably. It was probably older than that. Who knows? I think it was there when they got there. I don't know. But very old stadium. They've been trying to rebuild because they want to stay in Oakland. They have a very good fan base there. However, there's been a little bit of a question mark if that's actually going to happen, if it's going to pass through, the whole politics issue of them being able to raise the money to fund this new stadium in Oakland. If that doesn't happen, the A's have talked about moving cities because they just need a new stadium. Which, anytime a team leaves a city, it's always sad for the fans. It's never a good time. I don't think it's anything anyone wants to do, but sometimes they're forced to do it with certain situations. So Alex, you wanted to talk about this one. You did work for the A's a little bit. You worked at the stadium. So your kind of experiences with OCO a little bit. And then kind of do you want to see the A's move, first of all? And second of all, if they do move, where do you see them relocating to?
Yeah. Okay. So first things first, if it's Carlos Correa or Alex Bregman or Jose Altuve, I'm throwing that ball back and I'm trying to hit them.
Yeah.
Fuck the Astros. That I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Into the Oakland thing. So yeah, I did work for the A's for a year. I've been to pretty much every corner of that stadium, and yes, it is in desperate need of a rebuild. I believe it's the 5th oldest stadium in baseball after Fenway and Wrigley, and then the 2 SoCal ones that it's not like the Dodgers and the Angels, but Padres. And I don't want the A's to move. That's first and foremost. I do not want them to move. Oakland has already lost the Raiders and the Warriors in the last 3 years or 2 years. Like, how can you imagine Oakland losing 3 different teams within a decade? That is absolutely brutal. And they left to go to cities that are not, the Warriors just went across the bay to shiny, spritzy San Francisco, which is actually just poop-filled streets. Fuck San Francisco, it's a dumbass city. And yeah, working for the A's, you're going to go to games and there's 5,000 people there, but they are the most passionate and the smartest baseball fans I've almost ever met. The Dodgers travel well. The Dodgers have great fans. The Dodgers also have some of the worst fans in baseball. That's not even it's just the truth.
Yeah.
I hate half of the Dodgers fans because they're stupid. But A's fans are some of the best in baseball. It's quality over quantity for the A's fans. So I don't want them to move, but this has been a 15-year talk about with the Oakland A's and with the city and with the state. And unfortunately, the way that sports and stadiums work is it is citizens' tax money that will end up funding the stadiums. Obviously people are hurting after this year-long plus pandemic. It seems like they've had verbal agreements with multiple different stadiums over the last couple of years, and it just hasn't figured it out. It doesn't help that you're in California, where all the laws for things are a lot more stringent compared to if you were in Texas or something. This is Texas. It probably would have been done 10 years ago. So I don't want them to move. I think they're going to, and it's going to be devastating. And I think James actually nailed it in the group text. I think it's Vegas. Nashville would be a really cool spot too. But based off of where the teams are geographically, they can't move a team west to east. They just can't do it. They need more teams on the West Coast. You're already seeing, the Mariners have like the shittiest schedule ever because their closest team is the A's in Oakland, and that's minimum like a 3-hour plane ride. So I think it's Vegas. It could be Portland. I was talking about this with Ashley, and I really like the idea of Vancouver and another Canadian team. I don't know how that would work because all those Vancouver fans are already Mariners fans, and Seattle is, it's right there. But for my A's fans, and I love the A's, like, I'm a Dodgers fan, and older Dodgers fans and A's fans don't get along, but that was 5 years before I was born, so I don't give a shit. I love the A's. I loved working for them. The stadium's a piece of shit, but it's also super great at the same time because you can get an actual beer for $10 instead of at AT&T or whatever it's called now. We're getting Coors Light for 17 and you get 8 ounces. So I hope they stay in Oakland. I don't think they will, but I think it's going to be either Vegas or Portland where they could end up going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think anyone wants to see the A's leave, but at the same time, like, it's just with the situation we're in, I think it's more likely that they will leave. I believe the lease for their current stadium ends in 2024. So maybe you got 3 more years after this, which again, I hope they figure it out. I hope something happens and they stay in Oakland. They get a brand new shiny stadium. And we don't have to be all sad about it. But yeah, it's not looking good right now. It's like, as you mentioned, it's been a long going process. They've been trying to get a new stadium forever and just hasn't, for whatever reason, kind of worked out. So, we'll stay tuned, and we're obviously going to keep an eye on that. It's probably going to be a long, drawn out process. But, hopefully I think we're all in agreement that we would like the Oakland A's to stay in Oakland. Eric, that's all I got for my damn moments of the week. Thank you guys for chiming in on your takes, and looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, Tyler.